right?
Yeah.
If you're the only person in that group, then that car may be sold tomorrow.
Yeah.
If that group's not formed. But as soon as the group is complete,
Yeah.
then the car will be on hold.
Oh, I see.
And you'll be guaranteed to have that car.
Oh, I see. So 4 people belong to a group, and then you have to make sure the group is complete,
Right.
and then at that point, so you're waiting. So I have to wait till there's a car that I like, and I want to get a price for it. I have to wait for other people to purchase it.
And that's why we're trying to speed up the process of bringing these groups together, right?
Okay. All right. So how long do you think the maximum I have to wait?
It's hard to tell right now,
Yeah.
but I'm estimating at the most a week to 10 days.
A week to 10
Right.
days.
And so it will depend on how valuable those savings are to you, right? If you're saving $2,000 in a car, is it worth waiting a week?
So from my perspective, I should probably find a group that is, I'm the last person that you're waiting
Exactly.
for. So
Ideally.
you go and purchase it.
Ideally, yeah. So when you on your search results,
Yeah.
you get the groups that are almost complete first.
I
Like
see.
when you search for a car.
Okay, now it makes sense. No, so that, I mean,
So we'll do as much as we can to maximize to minimize that waiting time,
okay,
because no one wants to wait. No one wants to wait a month.
yeah,
That makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah,
Even if you get your money back, it doesn't.
because I think when it comes to, there's a few buyers, there's impulse buyers, and I'm an impulse buyer myself, so I know if I want to get a car, I'm going to do it, and if I don't get it, I'm like, oh, because I've had it happen before, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go buy the car, the next day I go, and for whatever reason it's not car there's not anymore, I'm like, oh, this car wasn't for me, I'm not going to buy a car anymore. But if for me, that satisfaction of being able to go and have that shotgun purchase is what drives me, and I think a lot of consumers are that way as well. Cool. Yeah.
Other questions?
I think I know that when I look at cars, I mean, especially to me, like this seems to be a place where you already know what you want in a car.
Ideally, yes.
Ideally, whereas you would like to have sometimes from my experience just buying things online, especially I currently have a motorcycle and I like to get components and so to me when I go to different websites, I feel the websites that have like a video or maybe like the specs of what it is. An example for me is cnet.com. Like it has products and review products. I know that for me at least, you know what the certain items are, and you just have an actual video that presents to you exactly what that car has.
And because these are new cars, we can't do that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only new cars.
Oh, it's not new cars,
Yeah,
not
only
used cars. Okay.
So we can do that. So you know exactly what you're getting.
Okay.
And also we can get consumer ratings.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have consumer ratings for each car. We'll have expert reviews. People would like go and test drive the cars when they first come out and tell you all about it. So we'll have all that.
And then if I like one of the things too is I want choosing between 3 cars, maybe like an X5, the Infiniti FX, but I want to test drive them first. Like before I purchase a car, before I do this, I would like to test drive them first. So I mean, I'm assuming that this is only when
That's something that you'd have to do on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not.
Would we have a recommendation before we purchase? Maybe like a.
You can compare them. You'll be able to compare them. You'll be able to save cars as your favorites.
Okay.
Right. And you'll also be able to poll or ask your friends on Facebook what they think about the cars that you're considering. Have them vote on them, and yes, if you narrow it down to a few models, then you can go and test drive them at any dealer because they're new cars, right?
New cars.
And as you're shopping, right, you go and you test drive those cars at a dealer, and you see what kind of price that dealer gives you, and you compare it to the price that you get. So, any feedback or questions on my pitch?
First thought, if I'm looking to buy a car, I know when I was looking to buy a car, I went to CarMax and they guarantee a price. So how is it different?
Is it a
from
used car?
CarMax?
These are new
Yes.
cars.
Okay, so
I'm selling new cars
you
only.
specify that it's just
Okay.
new cars. Other question, if I'm a consumer and I'm paying $99, is that to join the scheme so that I can look for cars? Or
No.
is that so that
It's to secure the price of the
so
car.
I can browse the website, I can do whatever I want, and then when I want to make a purchase, I pay $99 and then I get
Correct.
that car. And the car that I'm going to get, is not just a guaranteed price, it's a discounted price.
Correct.
So it's going to bring me a discounted car.
Correct. On average, you will save between $1,000 and $2,000 more than you normally
So
would.
what's the dealer's incentive for paying you a monthly subscription of, what was it, 5,000?
500 to 1,000 dollars, right? So the dealer, his incentive is to sell more cars, sell more volume, right? Dealers, and we're targeting dealers who need to sell specific cars so that they can meet manufacturer goals, and that allows them to get money from manufacturers. Dealers get a lot of incentives from manufacturers for selling volume. They get money most of the time. They get cash. They get better cars. They get more cars, depending on the volume that they're selling. So that's their incentive.
And if I'm a consumer and I'm trying to find a car, I want to be able to search on all cars. So again, coming back to CarMax, I know it's used cars, but they have every type of car possible. So at the moment you have, did you say 2 dealers, 3 dealers?
Currently, right now, yes. So right now, what we're trying to do is prove the concept. With only those 3 dealers, we're going to target it. Or our marketing is going to be targeted to those brands. Right? And once the concept is kind of proven, then we're going to go with professional success. Is going to give us access to all those dealerships, which is going to make it easier for you to find all the cars that you're looking for.
And is it only going to be new cars? Because I know I might be looking for a new car, I might be looking for
Initially,
a used car,
yes.
and I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. So I want to have those options available to me.
Right. Initially, yes, it's going to be only new cars.
Okay. I can't think of any other questions about this. Do you have anything you can demonstrate?
Yes, I'll show you. I'll show you the website in a minute. Say that again.
So as a consumer, if I'm coming to your site, I've never heard of you before, I'm coming to your site, I need to know what differentiates you from other people. Is it just another car site? The biggest thing that you have that you're offering is that you're offering a discounted price. So I need to know that as soon as I land there, or I might just say, oh, it's another car site and I'm going to leave. So as well as the fact that you're already making pictures of these cars available that might catch my interest, because images are very visual, and people are interested in visual content. I'm also going to need to know why should I stay here? Why should I stay on the site? What benefit does it have to me? So if I immediately see this website is going to offer you a discount price or a dealership price or a company price or whatever, then that's going to grab my attention because really money talks. And if I think I'm going to get a cheap car, then I'm going to be interested in looking on your site.
So that makes me think that
I'm not going to know that necessarily.
Right. That makes me think that I should redesign it so that that message is conveyed on every page on the site, because right now that's not the case.
And specifically on the landing page, or like even on your homepage, so it's very clear.
Right, but also on the vehicle detail pages, because people are going to be landing there because that's some of the content that is going to be indexed that they're going to be searching for. So those pages should have that message somehow.
Yeah, just something that's very obvious. It doesn't need to be tacky, because people like, but something that's very obvious that's telling me as a consumer, I'm coming here, I'm going to get a really good deal. I'm going to get a cheap car. Not a cheap car, but a cheaper car. I'm going to get my discount. So it's worth me using you
without having to go and deal
rather
with
than go
it.
somewhere else.
Right.
It's guaranteed, and I'm not going to have to haggle, and it's a discount. I think the discount is even more important than the no haggle thing.
Do you think that people would be willing to pay $99 if they save
Depends
more
how much
money?
I'm going to save, and it depends who you're targeting. So I mean, if you're targeting high-end cars, I mean, it's nothing, is it? $99 is nothing. If they're going to make a big hefty discount, and is the discount percentage or is it set amounts?
Just amounts. So you will see. So ideally, you'll see what the amount of money that you're saving from the price of the car, right? So you're saving $1,000, for instance. If you can't find a better deal, then I think it'll be worth for you to pay $99 because you.
Is there any option to compare prices with other websites?
With other websites, no. I can tell you what other people are paying in your area
Okay.
for that car. So you're comparing it to that as well.
Okay, that's good. I can see what they're paying. Thank you.
So if you sign up for a group, for a car in a group, and you're the only person there, then we're gonna do as much as possible to get other people to sign up for that same group. And if other people sign up for a different group, then we'll move them over to your group to speed up that process, right? As long as those cars belong to the same dealer, so we can bring multiple people together into one dealer.
So you're gonna try to advertise more that vehicle?
Exactly. Yes, we're
promote
also going to
people?
try to advertise more so that we can bring more people in. Because I do understand that the weight can be an issue, right? But it depends. If you're saving $2,000, is that worth a week worth of it?
Well, that's
then
the thing that you
right.
don't know, right?
Right.
Like, let's say if I wait for another 2 weeks and few more people will join, I would probably get a better price. But how
Right.
do I know that? Unless
Right.
you tell me, hey, if you go to this other model, which is similar to the one that you picked, we already have 12 people in it. I might be willing to switch, but I would need to have that information available.
That's a good point. So what would you say it would be your threshold? How long would you be willing to wait to save an extra $1,000, say?
I mean, depending on the situation, if my car is still good, I think I can wait for it. But if something happens, let's say I had an accident or my car is giving me problems, I probably need a car right away.
Right.
And if I can rent something and wait, it's guaranteed that I'm going to save $1,000 if I wait 2 weeks. Probably it's okay to rent it, but I need to know that it's going to be worth.
Right. Well, the other thing is you don't lose your money, right? If a week goes by and you can't wait any longer,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can get your money back. There's no risk.
Well, I mean, the risk
you-
of not having the car.
Well,
and
the risk of
renting
not having a car,
and
but
the
you
hassle.
can spend that week still looking for a car. If you get a
Right.
better price in that week, then you still get your money back, right?
Yeah, and that is good. I mean, that's something that I would be willing to do, but it's nice if you have that information.
If I have some kind of estimate. Yes.
Some kind of estimate, because sometimes people just freak out, but the more information you provide, knowing like, I'm not talking like a lot of information, just good points, like you can save this much in 2 weeks. And that makes me kind of think, okay, I can wait for 2 weeks, and if something for some reason it doesn't happen, at least, I can do something else. like looking
You
for-
had expectations before.
And yes, so that will help me at least.
Okay. Anything else?
I like the idea. It's good. I'm not that. I'm not an expert in cars, so that kind of website would be very helpful for me. As I said at the beginning, though, the idea is not too clear. So to get my attention, I need to know. I mean, GroupCar is just, I don't understand it right away, what it means. So I don't know. I just need something more catchy to say, okay, this is different, and I can save money because volume or whatever.
So do you think the name, changing the name would help, or advertising it differently?
So, yeah, maybe the name, or make sure that when I look for savings, somehow you have something on your website that will also capture that, to be included in the list of my interval search. Or advertising, save 30% guaranteed, or estimated 30% reduction if you look for, something that will catch my attention. I need to know what is the benefit that way.
What about not having to negotiate with the dealer? Is that enticing at all?
I mean, that definitely will save time. But when you look for a car, you know that you have to negotiate somehow anyways.
Not here, you know.
Well, but you don't know that. What I'm
Right.
saying is you're kind of setting up your mind to, nobody's, I mean, at least I'm not going to be that excited of looking for a car, because I know I have to start looking, I have to negotiate, I need to talk to people. So it would be nice, yes. It is an advantage. Yeah, you can put that there. But then I need to know why I don't have to deal with that thing. How do I guarantee then that I'm going to get the best deal?
How are you guaranteed that you're going to get the best deal?
If I don't have to deal with the dealership.
Well, you can compare it, right? So you can do your own shopping and see, and you can try to and negotiate on your own and see what the best price you get, and then compare it to the price that we're offering. You can also compare it to other websites. You compare it to what other people are paying in your area, which we're also
Yes,
showing.
and that's something that I will definitely do. But once I understand that you buy in the volume and how that works, it makes more sense to me and it's more credible.
Right.
I can believe, yes, you can get a better deal because actually 20 people or 10 people are buying the same car at the same time, and it just makes sense. That's when I can see the advantage.
All right.
And that's it. Otherwise, good.
Well, thank you.